Alright everyone, it's time to step off this land plot and see the consequences of my actions. But before we get started, I don't know how I'm going to handle all these cinematics. The cathedral exploding won't be hard to splice in, but the aftermath of my actions, those may be a little bit more difficult for me. We'll see.
The death of the Master was the first major step towards ending his mad dream of conquest and enforced peace. But it is the destruction of the vats that neutralizes the mutant threat. Without the ability to create more mutants and enforce their harsh brand of justice, the mutant armies flee to the east, beyond the no man's land. The ghouls of Necropolis learn how to maintain the repaired water pump, and eventually rediscover many lost secrets of engineering. They form a business, selling this technology to other towns. The mutant armies, led into battle by the fierce super-mutants, destroy the followers of the apocalypse. Barely human carrion feeders pick over the followers' remains. With Aradesh dead, and Tandy missing or killed, Shady Sands needs a new leader. After several elections, they find they cannot be governed by a single person, and create a guiding council. Shortly afterwards, the raiders regroup and attack Shady Sands, burning the small community to the ground. The Brotherhood of Steel, under new leadership after the death of Rhombus, becomes an overzealous techno-religious dictatorship. In 20 years, the Steel Plague devastates the newly formed New California Republic and starts a dark age that could last 1,000 years. The hub disperses before the might of the mutant army and will never recover. Thanks to your persistence, the Raiders are destroyed as an effective fighting force and disband. None of the Raider survivors are ever heard from again. Your involvement with the various places and people of the wasteland is well documented by future historians. Only a single question remained unanswered. What happened to you?
You've done it. That's wonderful, amazing. I'm so proud of what you've accomplished, what you've endured.
Interesting situation. Of course, the Followers of the Apocalypse was based in the Boneyard. Since I killed all those people, it's treated as if the mutants had devastated them. The same is true of the hub. Nothing was covered in regards to Junktown, probably because both Gizmo and Killian are dead. So you didn't get to see any bits on that. Necropolis, of course, had a good ending. That's pretty much it. Shady Sands was fucked. Killing Rhombus, rather than General Maxon. Rhombus is the really important guy, as he's the head of the Paladins. Creates that whole techno-religious zealous bullshit. And so, yeah, the Wasteland's a terrible place. But at least those mutants fled to the east. Man, I'm sure we'll never hear from them again. So now, what happened to me? There's Kenneth Mars staring at me there. I've done it. He's proud of me. Proud of us. And this let's get on with that adventure. had to spend a lot more time that has actually been recorded due to me off-screening things, and a lot more time that I needed to do for my rewarding the rewarders opportunity.
There's no way the people of the Vault can ever thank you enough for what you've done. You've saved all our lives. Who knows? Maybe even saved the human race. Yes. That makes the rest of this even harder.
Beg your pardon?
Everyone will want to talk to you. Every youngster will look up to you and want to emulate you. And then what?
I don't think anyone wants to emulate me. And those who do are fools. Misguided fools who know not of the horrors I've seen. The experiences I've had. The things I've killed. You sent me out here as a rat exterminator, you son of a bitch. I'm Adam Jensen. I never asked for this.
They'll want to leave. What happens to the Vault if we lose the best of a generation? What if we are the only safe place in the world? You just gave us back all these lives. I can't take the chance of losing them.
In all fairness, given how I'm such an evil person, how I'm a child killer, I imagine the hub caravans that used to come to the Vault before I killed everyone in the Vault reported as much. Although the master merchant did ask whether I wanted to commission the water caravan to the Vault, so who knows? Perhaps that was a paradox and it never actually existed. Who can say? I love how empathy is showing the more is red.
I've made a lot of tough decisions since I took this position, but none of them harder than this one. You saved us, but you'll kill us. I'm sorry. You're a hero, and you have to leave.
Now, something that does not get fully conveyed at the end of original Fallout is why the Overseer is doing this. Of course he gives us answers, but his judgment and his words are of course a bit suspect. Why does he care so much about, protecting the Vault? It's all, it's all he knows. It's all he'll ever understand. He freely admitted he's not good at much of anything else. He needs the Vault in order to ensure his security. There's also something to be said about, why does everyone need to stay here? I mean, I've done a whole lot about removing any potential threats to people. I certainly survived out here this entire time. I was a level 1 weakling with nothing but Vault 13 clothes. Completely, I didn't have any camouflage or anything. I bet that fucking sticks out in the desert wasteland. That's for damn sure. A big number 13 right on your damn back. And blue with gold trim. Didn't have any resources or anything. That fucking jumpsuit. Gonna go find a water chip of all things. It's the Vault experiment, if you will. And how much of that is revealed is nothing in this game. Only the Overseer's words give any mere hints to it, and pave the way for future games. Now, I haven't played the Bethesda release Fallouts. Many of you have. So you obviously know more information about that situation. I know stuff. I haven't played the games, but I know stuff. So yeah, whether you want to determine Interplay's Fallout as being the canonical stuff and Bethesda not being canonical, Whether you consider it all to be canonical, since Bethesda has the rights to do Fallout shit, it's all up to you. I was just throwing that out there. Just as an experience of only playing Fallout, because, it's 1997, it's the only Fallout game in existence, going through the experiences of someone just beating the game and seeing this. Now, if you have the Bloody Mess trait, or the Berserker karma characteristic thing, your response to the Overseer is, I believe, to pull out a Desert Eagle and shoot the motherfucker. It happens automatically. And the Overseer dies a very gruesome death. But that doesn't mean you have to take that shit yourself, even if you don't have either of those. You can still do it yourself. There's the Overseer. Not in his goddamn invulnerability chair. And there's Ed. Ed's dead. And here's the super lit vault. Back with, whole brightness thing. Although, the game seems a lot more bright than it should be. And here's what I think about you, you dumb son of a bitch. It was taking my game a while to register that for whatever reason. I fucking missed. There went all of that epicness right out of the damn window. One more thing before I do shoot him. There's a little bit of a song bit. I'm pretty sure maybe by the Ink Spots plays again. I'm going to have to cut that out of the recording you guys watch, as I cut that out of the intro video by actually snipping the part altogether. I might show the video where the song plays, and maybe I'll replace it by me singing it. Who knows? Overseer was critically hit for 112 hit points, with no armor, knocking the combatant to the ground. Overseer was killed. I'm sorry you had to see that, Tycho. But seriously, fuck that motherfucker. Whoa! Whoa! My character's shot anyway? Really? Ah! And it didn't even show the bit of me. Oh my god, my game broke. What? That second gunshot. My character was going to shoot him anyway. Maybe all you need is a super low karma? Oh, maybe he's playing. I'll just fucking... We didn't get to see the whole little me walking off into the sunset bit. It's fucking gay. I'll just cut out the music. So, that was Fallout. That was... I only thought the Vault Dweller would shoot at the Overseer if you had Bloody Mess or you had the Berserker thing. I guess... Since my karma was so low, he was gonna pull out a gun and shoot at him anyway. Ah. Well, that was Let's Get On With It Fallout, everyone. The game that I enjoyed whenever it came out, played numerous times, and then didn't play for a very long time and forgot a lot of details about it. There were ups and downs with the series, of course, but lots of ups overall. The game is very enjoyable, and I believe is still strong after all of these years. And, of course, the downs are basically me trying to get berserkers, so I wouldn't have to shoot the Overseer myself. So I could show you all that. Because you don't just need bloody mess. How about that death, huh? But judging by that situation where normally you know the Overseer just walks away or he's shot, and then there's a whole little cinematic that plays of you walking off into the sunset, and then the credits roll. God damn it. Yeah. I suppose I could leave the ink spots in, but then I'd have to deal with the content ID match. That's too much hassle. Fuck that shit. It's not like I can protest that. Oh, it's part of a Let's Play. Like, well, it's the actual song, dumb shit. So there we go. Fallout! I really went over my time with this one. I really spent a lot of time on this, as I pretty much have with almost all of my Rewarding the Rewarders series, particularly Unreal Tournament with Lethal Feline. But no regrets. I very much enjoyed playing the game. I was glad to revisit it. Like I've said before, it's not something I would have normally recorded. I expect most of my viewers to have either played the game or to have watched someone else play the game. As this is such an enjoyable game, a favorite of people from the past, lots of people recorded it. And I didn't think I would bring a whole lot to the table. But Grimith, your unique commentary is so riveting. You're the best LPer ever. You totally deserve 900 million subscribers. There are people who are like that. I know them. Yeah, you got me. Just not something. The same is true of Fallout 2. But that was added to my Rewarding the Rewarders list, as I mentioned a few videos ago, by the gentleman who requested Shining Force and Shining Force 2, which, due to Sega, I ixnayed from the idea. Don't feel like having my channel shut down. Not trusting it. This hobby is a rather iffy, risky hobby anyway. It treads on legalese, especially since YouTube has a take no prisoners attitude, because it doesn't want to be sued at all. So it just shuts everything down. So there you go. More drama. I still have quite a bit of the Rewarding the Rewarders list to go through. Make no mistake. Fallout 2 for me is just going to be tacked down to the bottom of that, since PlumpHelmetPunk, fellow YouTuber, is playing through Fallout 2 right now. And, he probably won't be as evil as I was. But, disintegrating children, it's so... I killed Harold, though. And I ended up killing the people of Addington. I feel a little bad. I'll get over it. Not a big deal. Voice recording engineer, Paul Murlock. Voice talent coordination. Voice dialogue recorded at Hollywood Recording Services, Hollywood, California. I'm glad they had like 50 bajillion people working on vocals, because of course that was necessary. And it'll give you guys some credits, which I gave you all as we played through the game. Charlie Adler as Harold, Richard Dean Anderson, MacGyver there, Killian, Jeff Bennett as Loxley. What the bloody hell are you? Clancy Brown as Rhombus, Jim Cummings as Set, Gizmo and the Master, Keith David, the Black Man as Deckard, Brad Garrett, Harry, Tony J, Megabyte, the Lieutenant, Tress McNeil, Jane, the late Kenneth Mars as the Overseer. Late applies to both of them now. Richard Mull, Cabot, Ron Perlman, war never changes, which, as I mentioned in video 3, is a philosophical argument I still don't have the time to get into. Let's just say I disagree. CCH Pounder, didn't get to see much of her. Pamela Segal, or Pamela Adler now. Tony Shalub. Kath Susi. Cree Summer. David Warner. Frank Welker. And additional voice work by Max the dog. Good job, Max. And then, maybe, performed by the Ink Spots. Maybe you'll think of me. Warning, it is a violation of federal copyright law to copy, duplicate, or reproduce this program or any portions of this program with express written permission to Oh, that's kind of awkward. Welcome to Awkward Legalese. Oh, these credits go on for a while. We will have a bonus video of sorts, though, speaking of credits. We're not 100% done with this game just yet. It's only episode 52. There's several other episodes that ended up getting thrown under the bus. Quake, Diablo, Warcraft 2. So many things being thanked. I do like to go through these credits of the games that I really enjoy, just to sift through these things. I mean, it's the folks who spent so much time making a product that you very much enjoyed, and went above and beyond the money that you spent on the product. I'm also very pleased by how great those the ending cinematics really looked. The cathedral bit looked a bit iffy, but I thought that the little images that popped up would look really bad. I'm glad they didn't. Stop looking. Fallout was brought to you by Interplay Productions, Team Fallout, and the letter Q. Have a nice day. Thank you, Interplay. Thank you. And I hope you all have nice days. And I hope you all don't go outside, pull out your turboplasma rifle, and murder children. Wander around the wastelands, and spot boofs circa 1960 that suddenly teleport, leaving motion sensors behind. That takes care of that. We're done, guys. What happens now? Well, like I said, one more video. I could combine it with this one, but this video's gone on long enough. I don't know whether I'll speak during the bonus video either. I guess I have to. It's part of Let's Get On With the Adventure experience. So, in that case, if you don't feel like watching the bonus video, that's the end of the adventure, and I'll see you all in future Let's Get On With It adventures. But if you've been coming along with me for all the safeguarding, then you won't mind one last ride, will you? But if you do, I'll talk to you all later. Take care. Have a nice day. Ms. Interplay wished you. And yes, Fallout. If this was your first time experiencing the game, what did you think? Did you think it was a worthwhile expenditure of time? It's probably not how you would have gone about doing things, but really, I did want to, as I lean back in my spiffy, cool $180 executive chair here that I got for Christmas, lost my train of thought. I got comfortable with all of you, and suddenly I got all giddy in ways I couldn't even begin to describe to all of you. What I'm trying to say is that, just gonna stop myself right there. Yeah, let me know, what you guys thought about the game. If this was your first time being exposed to the game. If, for whatever reason, you were heading into it blind and were relying upon me to hold your hand, which was a totally moronic decision on your part, but you ultimately chose to make it, and now we're here together. What'd you think? Let me know. And I didn't show off everything, but, if you're still interested in the game, game's pretty cheap these days. So, I'm pretty sure Good Old Games sells it, along with Fallout 2, but explore the game on your own. And if you want to immediately jump into Fallout 2, take a look at YouTube user PlumpHelmetPunk. I will even go so far as to put a link in the video description to his YouTube channel. Maybe even in the first Fallout 2 video that he uploaded. I haven't looked into it myself. So that you can, hop right into that. And, the Fallout 2 manual I alluded to, which the Vault Dweller writes about his experiences, it just goes back to a time where instruction manuals were great sources of lore and humor, in addition to knowledge and information about the game. Harkens back to a time where... See, this is the whole nostalgia thing kicking in. Back in my day, of gumbo chops. Now nobody buys the newspaper. This shit is dumb. Kids are dumb. Games are dumb. The video game industry is ruined. It's over. Atari and THQ are bankrupt. We're all doomed. That's enough. See you all in future Let's Get On With Adventures and the bonus video.